So at the moment I'm on the Tama Lakes walk, my first proper hike in the trip so far. Couldn't have picked a perfect day for it apparently. It's going to be clear all day pretty much for the whole 6 hours, 3 hours there and 3 hours back. So I've just been on it for about 10 minutes and yeah, it's been pretty cool so far. Although the only slight unfortunate thing is that at the moment it looks like Mount Doom is still obscured by clouds, but I suppose that's pretty much inevitable. But here we go anyway. So all the things I've read about the walk had said it's going to be really cold because of the wind and stuff, and so make sure you wrap up warm. So I did, and now I already have to take off one layer of clothing because as soon as the sun came out it was really hot. Admittedly there's a fair bit of cloud and the sun's about to go in again, but I think I may have slightly started on a overprotective foot, but it's better to do it that way and then you can take stuff off than the other way around. So onwards and upwards. Don't know quite what that is. Some maintenance stuff, I guess. Here we are, Mr. Frodo, Mordor. The one place we're trying to get to. The one place that we can't get. I don't expect you to come with me, Sam. Mr. Frodo. You can't get a much better view of Mount Nigarahu than that, I wouldn't say. I absolutely couldn't have picked a better day for it, completely by accident. Just an absolute glorious view all around, and especially of the famous Mount Doom, and it certainly looks the picture, doesn't it? And the rest of the view ain't bad either. Absolutely perfect, and I am still boiling, but I don't really want to take my jacket off because it's got everything in the pockets. I do have a t-shirt I could put on. Let's see how I go. I am very, very hot. Anyway. Still, I think the view makes up for it. I think. Right, another sit rep on my warmness situation. I've taken a further dramatic measure, even more dramatic measure, of taking my trouser legs off, because I have convertible trousers, as in convertible into shorts. So watch out, ladies, legs are out. Zips done up. Yep. Good. You know what? That's actually a lot better. A lot better. My only slight worry at the moment is that my water bladder, they call it bladder, it's like a pouch for water, 2 litre one, is that it's leaking a little bit at the moment. Luckily I don't have my wallet in there, don't have my passport in there. I put them in my pocket just for that reason. I suspected it might leak a little bit. Not dramatic, but I put it in my front pocket of my bag, and it is a bit damp down there. I have kept tightening it, but it's still leaking, so I think it's going to do that. But mountain booms just going behind the other thing there. So I got what I was saying. Anyway, I'll be drinking the bladder. So if I finish the bladder at the top, by the top that should be about right, because that's halfway, and 2 litres, and then I have a litre and a half for the back trip, which is luckily mostly downhill, although I am taking the upper lakes track back, so I don't know. I think it's going to be mainly downhill because I'm fairly near the top of the falls back there, so there's a fair bit of upwards walking from here to the Tama lakes, where I get a view of the mountain, even better view. So oh, it's hard work, but it's rewarding for sure. I know I sound maybe a bit like a broken record already, but I can really imagine Frodo, Sam, Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli coming down a track like that. Well, less warm than that in Lord of the Rings obviously, but going down here, fording the little river, maybe trying to catch something, or you know, trying to hop the river. Little hobbits hop in the river. Just imagine that. Aragorn picking his way through. What I'm really trying to say is it is absolutely beautiful, and so far definitely living up to my expectations. In fact, you know, I think I was slightly worried about being a bit disappointed, but getting up here, my first proper real long hike, and I'm really pleased, really enjoying it, and it's really exactly like I pictured it in some ways, in a kind of idealised way. It's actually lived up to my expectations, exceeded them in many ways, as I say, because I was slightly worried I would be disappointed. So I'm already about, let's see, a quarter of the way in now. Oh, it's just beautiful. Sorry, Lord of the Rings again, but I could really imagine this rocky kind of area as being the area out of Helm's Deep that they walk in through, and they're mourning for the loss of Gandalf, and they yeah, not a location, but it sounds similar in ways. And then when they see, for example, that loads of rocks up there, you can almost imagine that's the place where they hide from the crows that come. Which I think is our down deep. Really good thought. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I can't remember. I'm still hot. I am properly sweating now. But I'm enjoying it all the same. Only a slight concern with getting the old legs out is that I didn't bring sunscreen with me. It's in the back in the car. I put it on my arms, on my face, neck, and ears and all that jazz. Arms. I didn't think about my legs. I thought, well, they say it's going to be cold, so and there's no way I'm going to need to convert my trousers and get my legs out, so I'll just leave it in the car. Better than having it potentially leak everywhere and ruin everything. But the sun is beating down. As you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky, really, apart from a few over there and a few over there, but not really in the direction I'm going, so whew. Note for next time, just all a learning curve, isn't it? Always be prepared, not just for cold, but for hot as well. Although most of my walk is going to be in the South Island, which I don't think is going to be a problem. Other thing to note is I just found out from the cruise company, Milford Sound, that they will be partially reopening the road to Milford Sound by the time I'm there, but crucially not in a time where it actually won't let me do anything. Only from 5 PM to 7 AM. So basically to allow some people to get to these chalets in Milford Sound in the morning and out in the evening. Any tourists that want to do Milford Sound cruises or anything, they have to still go on a tourist convoy, so they've offered me at the moment a excursion from Queenstown, pretty much upgrade for money, not for free. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Tiano, going from Queenstown to Tiano and staying in Tiano for 2 nights, and they don't seem to have an option from Tiano. Well, I think they usually do. So I've said, well, I'm going to be in Queenstown, but excursion from Queenstown's no good because, oh, there it is. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, yes. Excursion from, as I say, excursion from Queenstown. They're good to me because I'm going to want to go to Tiano, but I have to go past Tiano anyway, and as I say, they usually do it. So hopefully you can work something out. I've emailed them back anyway. We are going down again, actually. There. I don't necessarily need to go further than this, really. This is just about perfect for any photos I want. Still, I'm only, oh, how are we doing? An hour and a half in, so 6 hours in total, so yeah, my maths is awful. It's 3, and so this is the quarter, so halfway to the end point, but there are some lovely lakes there. So, well, actually, right on cue, just as they said they would, that there would be, there is actually now a little bit of wind, which is cooling me down, because this is, as you can see, a valley, which the wind will come down, and it's not really before time, to be honest, because I am absolutely boiling, so I'm very glad of it. So I expect you're wondering why, despite the fact that it's completely dry and very sunny, I have my hood up. It's very simple. Lesson number 2 on what to do when, not to do, when hiking, planning for cold weather and actually getting warm weather with plenty warning, with the fact that they said it was going to be sunny with no cloud. I didn't really think it through. What am I trying to say? is that I'm wearing a hood because it's very sunny and I left my cap in the car as well as my sun cream. So that's the two lessons. Really think through the conditions. Even if you've been warned and warned and warned about cold, if it looks like it's going to be warm, really think it through. Don't think, well, they said it's warm, but it's probably actually not going to be warm because all the guys I've heard say that it's going to be cold. So I won't need my sunscreen, I won't need my cap. Don't listen to them. Think properly and realise it's going to be sunny, it's going to be no cloud. There is a bit of a slight breeze now, but it's by the by, it's still really sunny with no cloud, especially with no extra sunscreen, so a bit compounding the error there. With no hat, that's not ideal, even though I did, as I say, put sunscreen on my face. The fact that I don't have any more to apply, and it is a 6-hour walk there and back, 3 hours there, 3 hours back, with no opportunity to reapply, and no hat, it's pretty stupid. By the same token, I am hoping, as I say, I didn't put sunscreen on my legs, I'm hoping my legs don't get burnt. So, thus endeth the lesson. Another lovely view of the mountain. Now over that way is the Tangaro crossing, which is literally a whole day hike that people do. Tigangaro, something like that. Alpine crossing, very challenging. Now I was thinking about doing it, but I didn't have enough time because I'm actually going all the way to Queenstown after this, so it's about an 8-hour trek, and you have to get a bus to the start and then you get a bus back. So I didn't have time to do that, and I wasn't quite sure I had the skill really to do that because it's more challenging than this. So luckily I found this walk, which has some great views of the mountain and has some lovely volcanic lakes with crystal blue water. I wouldn't say clear because it's not clear, because it's volcanic-y water with a lot of minerals and things in it. Well, you'll see later on. But yeah, that walk, the Kangara Alpine Crossing walk, you can actually go up the mountain on that walk, do a little detour. I can see little specks, but I don't know if that's people or if that's just little rocks poking out. I'm not quite sure. When we get closer, I might try and zoom in with my camera and see. But oh, there's some people coming out of the way. But yeah, I wouldn't really like to go up there because it's not a track. It's just you'll scrabble up the whole side. So. Weirdly, the other thing this mountain actually makes me think of, apart from Lord of the Rings, I think you'll be thankful, is weirdly Fire Coming Out of Monkey's Head by Gorillas, which is a very weird, but if you really read the lyrics, it's a political song about exploitation of resources, which can be a little bit, I suppose, as a metaphor for New Zealand and its wildlife devastation, which they're trying to recover. But yeah, just thinking about that as a mountain called Monkey from the song. It erupts and kills everyone after it gets tampered with by people in dark glasses and camouflage that come through the village at night to steal the resources. So yeah, weirdly also reminds me of that for some reason. So here I am, supposedly 2 hours 30 minutes in, but actually at the moment I am, let's see, just at the 2 hour mark. I mean, I suppose it should be obvious that they do it slightly on the cautious side, the less fit and able, but I don't really count myself as that fit, but yeah, did it in about 2 hours. Ooh. And this is useful. There's actually a loo here, which actually I think quite a good opportunity to avail myself of the facilities, even though it says it's only 45 minutes to the upper lake, but I think I'm slightly going beyond the upper lake because there's a viewpoint further, so I think it's a good opportunity to use the facilities. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So that's the lower Tama Lake. Now it does say you can supposedly go down there if you really wanted, but you'd have to go through these gullies here, which I've got to be honest, I don't really fancy. So I'm just going to go to the upper Tama Lake, although I might stop for a quick snackaroo. I am now on the upper lakes track. It should apparently take about half an hour from here to get to the upper lake. I think it might be slightly longer for the view up to the ridge. I'm not entirely sure. I think there's 2 ridges. I don't really know. Some of what I've researched suggests there are 2 ridges. There's a ridge and then there's a lake and there's another ridge, but I'm not so sure. They're a bit conflicting, so we'll see. Definitely less well formed now though, as you can see. No proper gravel or anything. Now someone just went by with what I'm 99% sure was Lord of the Rings music coming out of his headphones. I'm not sure, he might have had a speaker, either that or very leaky headphones, I don't really know. I did actually have some of the Lord of the Rings soundtrack on my phone, but I haven't actually been listening to any, I've got to be honest. Sort of had it for my workout because it's quite motivational, sort of some of them, if you're, you know, got the really sort of battley ones, and the old clip of Gimli going, "I've had it with cross country, us dwarves and natural sprinters, very dangerous over short distances." That's just a bit of a motivation if I'm getting a bit tired. The other clip that I tend to do being the one at Helm's Deep with Legolas and Gimli and going, "Legolas, 2 already? I'm on 17. What? I'll have no pointy ear outscoring me." You know, just as a bit of motivation on the treadmill and sort of flagging. I can think, no, I've got to beat Legolas. So there we go. Yes, I am the Lord of the Rings freak. Mainly the movies, but also the books. I like the books a lot. But I mean, the movies just really, I think, capture it. They're not going to ever do a better adaptation, I think. Well, I don't think they'll do a better, more perfect adaptation than anything. Okay, yeah, it's not 100% perfect, but I mean, it's a different medium, you know. You got to make a few compromises, and I think Jackson, with the Lord of the Rings, made the fewest compromises possible. Unlike with The Hobbit, which I think he made way too many compromises, and just, I think, just generally tampered with it a bit too much. I didn't agree with the whole White Hawk storyline and extended changing the plot and adding characters. I didn't really agree with any of that. That's such a shame because I was really looking forward to the Hobbit. I thought, you know, Jackson did such a good job on Lord of the Rings. Couldn't have wished for a better job. And then the Hobbit was just a bit mediocre. And I do like Martin Freeman, but I didn't really quite believe him as Bilbo, really. Of course, Ian Holm couldn't have done it. I do think Ian Holm was a really good Bilbo. Was a slightly older Bilbo, but I can kind of live with Martin Freeman, but on the other decisions, not so much. See that bit of where it goes from grass to sort of exposed, rocky, gravelly. That's where I was just a minute ago. A spot of brunch. Had a lunch. So yeah, onwards and upwards. Nearly basically at the end, and I'll be coming back the other way. So I do have to go up that though, I think, which is the most challenging thing. Bit of walking I've done so far. I think good practice for some walks I'm doing later. Although, as I say, Milford Sound, I'm not going to be able to do as many. Well, I'm not going to be able to do the main walks there that I wanted to do because most of Milford Sound Road is still shut off. So now I've got to be careful here because this is now actually only marked by poles. So I've got to make sure that I'm keeping an eye out for where the poles are. I mean, we're going up obviously, so that's pretty self-explanatory, but obviously the poles are the markers for the sort of route, the easiest way up, you know, so better keep an eye on that. So I'll probably report back when I'm having lunch at the top. Oh, the clouds are just clearing over there, it's quite nice. Right, I am now, I'm now just over 2.5 hours in, and I'm pretty sure I'm almost at the top of looking down into the upper lake. As I say, a lower lake being down there, that's the direction I've come from. Ooh. And I've still got to go up there, I believe. Yes. It was a little bit hairy back there. There was one point where I was going, I had one foot planted, and I was going, but the planted foot almost came away with the gravel. Luckily it wasn't as steep as that. I'm on a sort of ridge line now. This is a lot easier than the bit I just climbed up. It's quite pleasant at this point. So yeah, I'm nearly at the end of the walk and bang on time as well. 3 hours back should be in some ways easier because it'll be fairly mostly downhill, although got to be careful going down the course, and it's definitely been worth it. It's been really good. Now once I get to the view of the upper lake, I'm going to have a spot of lunch briefly, not taking too long because I do have a probably 4-hour drive to Queenstown. Oh, not Queenstown, Wellington after this. Staying a couple of days in Wellington, so yeah, I didn't have very long here in the National Park, as I say, but this has been good. I mean, to be honest, I think the Alpine crossing was a bit too much for me, really. I'm not quite there yet. This has been fairly challenging as it is, so yeah, I think I judged it about right in the end. should be, yeah, it would have worked out about right. I ended up getting up a little earlier than I thought I was, although, well, I really thought I'd get up at 6:30. That's my original plan. And then, in the end I thought, well, it hasn't taken me that long to get ready. As much as my previous day's plans have gone, so I could probably afford to set myself to 7 o'clock. But in the end, I woke up at 6:30 anyway. So it was probably a good thing because I planned to get to the car park at 9 and I got up half an hour early. I got to the car park at the site where the visitor centre is bang on 9 o'clock, so it worked out just perfect. I just think in the end I did vindicate my decision, but yeah, my body must know myself right. I've got to get up early for this one. Oh, nearly there I think now. Spot a lunch, then back down, and then a long ass drive. It's going to be a killer. Onwards and upwards again. So here we are at the top. Now, about the 2 ridges I said. Now there is another ridge over there, which it looks pretty easy to get to. You can see it's sort of, there's a sort of almost an easy path that winds down there. However, getting up there looks pretty tricky. So, and it's 10 to 12, which is the halfway point, and I am at the top, so perfect timing. That gives me 10-15 minutes for lunch, and I found a really good rock here to have lunch on, and then I'm going to get going because I've got to get to Wellington. My lunch is actually from my hotel. They did a lunch option. I didn't actually realise in the National Park Village there's actually not really a shop. I mean, there is one or two, but like it's only more like a gas station shop, and there's not much in there. So luckily the hotel did a little lunch option that you could buy for $16, which is £7, around £7 or so, £8 I should say. That's then being my strong point. So yeah, that was lesson 3/-1 since I realised it yesterday. Definitely double check that there's actually a place you can get lunch from, because I thought, well, I could just grab lunch. There must be a shop there because it's the only big town in, well, not even a big town, it's only the only real town village for miles around, so they must have a shop, but they didn't really. So luckily they did this lunch option, so it's quite nice. It was a bag of crisps I've already had, muesli bar, and a wrap, in this case ham. It was quite nice, so I'm going to have that and then head on back down that way. You can sort of see, I think, the track wiggling along, and I've got to get all the way to that, see that white thing sticking up out the top there? That's a hotel. That's where the site is, so that's where I've walked from. And I'm going to walk all that way back after lunch now, so back to the car and then on to Wellington, a 4-hour drive, so I better get my skates on, have me lovely breakfast, lunch that they provided for $16, and get on my way. But it's an absolutely beautiful, lovely, perfect day for it, and enjoyed it so much and learnt a fair bit as well, so awesome. Catch you later. One slight bit of panic there. I thought I'd lost my hat, my cold hat, because as I say, I expected it to maybe be cold. I suddenly realised just a minute ago, oh, it wasn't there because I've wrapped it. I've put it, this Velcro, I Velcroed it around my bag strap and it came off. Luckily, I thought it'd come off back up there where I was having lunch, but it had actually come off after, just a bit further along the ridge there where that lady is. Luckily the lady grabbed it as I turned around to go back for it, because I thought I left it all the way back up the top. She had it in her hands and I think it was yours, and I was like, yes, thank you so much. Whew. That was a bit funky. I didn't hear it come off at all. Well, I was sort of busy thinking of you. So, whew. As you can see, I am now on my way back down because it is now 12:15. So, still bang on time, but I wouldn't like have gone. I had to run all the way back up to the very top because that was a bit steep. Bit of extra exertion I could do without today. This is going to be a very long day, as I say. I got up about 7:30. Had breakfast, left the hotel by 8:30. There's a little butterfly. Quite a lot of butterflies actually around here. Got to the visitor centre sort of 9:15. Set off about 9 o'clock, which is about perfect timing. Got here at 12, perfect timing. And then all the way back to the car. Should take about, as I say, 3 hours from here. And now a 4-hour drive to Wellington, which is very annoying. But the only other option was really for me to go back to Hamilton, which is about 2 hours of the way back up north, and then fly back. But by the time you go there, do, check in, all that, fly, it's about 4 hours anyway, so I didn't really want to go back the way I came, so I decided, just drive it. Admittedly, yeah, okay, at least on my plane you can relax, maybe have a sleep, but it's all extra bother, isn't it? Anyway, I should stop talking and concentrate on what I'm doing, because this is a bit of a more awkward bit to go down. So I shall bid you adieu. Don't look in at the lights. There are things, dead faces in the water. Yes, dead, all dead. A great battle long ago. The dead marshes, yes, that is the name. Don't follow the lights. So sorry, yeah, just a little mini dead marshes here. With a dragonfly over there, I don't know if you can see that. I don't actually like dragonflies that much, so I'm going to go. I said you probably wouldn't be hearing from me again, but I do have one last thing to say now. This last little bit has been a bit of a struggle, I've got to be honest. But it's definitely been worth it. But considering actually, I'm pretty sure this is now the longest walk I'm going to have been going on. No, I will be going on. That's what I meant. While I'm in New Zealand now, as I say, with the Milford Sound main track that I was going to do, longest track I was going to do there, now closed. I did struggle a bit back there, but it's been really good. It has been tough. So I know more people. Anyway, as I was saying, so I think my last sort of thought really is bearing in mind, while I was just thinking back there as I was doing a bit more uphill, thinking this is probably the actual edge of my endurance now. And incidentally, I think this is probably going to be the first holiday where I've actually come back fitter, or should come back fitter than when I left. I certainly feel like I've got to work out, my back hurts a bit now. I think on that basis my last thought really is a quote from Bilbo really, which is it's a dangerous thing, Frodo, going out your door. But if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where the path might take you. I hope I've got it right. I think I got that slightly wrong, but you get the idea. So I hope you've enjoyed the Tama Lakes track and a view of Mount Doom. Thank you.